A while back ago, I was on an online forum and they were talking about selling on eBay and returns and how to lower the amount of returns that you get. One person that was commenting is an artist and they make art out of trash. They recycle trash and make art out of it, which I think is cool. I love the idea of reusing things and throwing away less. But anyway, they said that when they would be digging around looking for items that they could use for their art, they would come across so much wrapping paper, unused gift cards, and they started using that when they would send their art. They would wrap it with the wrapping paper and send little note cards and stuff like that. And I don't have wrapping paper, tons of wrapping paper. Usually I have to go out and buy wrapping paper if I have to give a gift. I don't have a lot of it sitting around. But what I do have is a ridiculous amount of origami and quilling. I have stacks of origami paper and I would make little ridiculous swans and owls and chicks and panda bears out of the origami paper, and I just give them to my kids because I don't, what am I going to do with all that origami? They just clutters up everything, but I enjoy doing it. And I also do quilling, which is where you take little tiny strips of paper like this and you wrap it around the tool like this. It's extremely tedious. You wrap it around and you glue a lot of these together after you've made them into circles or different shapes. Pull them off the tool. Have a little, you probably can't see it, and it's a little rolled up piece of paper. But anyway, you can make things out of them, and I would do that and give them to the kids or just have them sitting around. So when I read the wrapping paper story of the lady that or man that was reducing their returns by using that, I haven't really had an issue with returns, but I thought that would be a good thing for my origami and quilling, to send that off in all of the packages I shipped out. Then I started tailoring the origami and the quilling specifically for that purpose. And what I've noticed is that since I started sending that out, is I get a lot more feedback. Right now my feedback is a little less than 200 because I haven't been doing it that long and I haven't had a ton of sales. I've sold around $3,000 worth of merchandise. That's not my net profit, that's how much I've sold. And you know, like I said, my feedback is still under 200. It's all positive right now because my sales are low. You know, I haven't had that many sales, so once that starts to increase, I know I'll start getting the negatives. But anyway, if I sell a clothing item, shoes or something related to clothing, I include this. Is supposed to look like a shirt. You see that? And I just wrote thank you on it. And it takes me about 10 seconds to make one of these. And what I do is I take the packing slip, I fold it in half, I put that inside the packing slip, and then it goes off with the package. Or this is just a little container. I fold the packing slip up and put it in here. And it says thank you on it as well. I have stacks of these. I'm getting kind of low, but sometimes if I'm just watching, you know, why I should buy gold and silver, or, you know, just videos, 9/11 was an inside job, you know, that stuff will make you crazy. So I just sit there and make tons of these to have them ready in case I get, like, sometimes I'll have nothing, no sales. I get home and there haven't been any sales, and then I wake up and there were 7 or 8 of them, and then so these are already ready. I also do little basket shape things. I haven't written thank you on these yet, but it's just a basket, and the packing slip goes in here. These are great for when I ship flat items because they're not going to get crushed or destroyed in any way. These are the shirts. This is like a stack of the shirts. I made tons of them. If it goes to a guy, I try to use blue. I definitely don't use pink. And the quilling looks like this. This is what you do when you roll up tons of the paper and glue it together. And it's really tiny. I mean, if you can see, you have a little stub of nail there next to the paper. It's pretty tiny. It always says thank you on it before I send it out. Here's one that's just ants. There's just a little group of ants. And they love it. I mean, the feedback, I'm getting people leaving feedback more often. You know, they do comment. One was an origami fish, and they said, thanks for the cute little fish. It made my day. So that makes me happy because they're happier, and I like that. I like to know when they receive their item that it made them happy, that cheered them up, made their day. So if the origami and the quilling do the same, then that's great, but also increasing my feedback. I know some people it's important. If I buy something on eBay, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to how much feedback they have. But if it's in the tens of thousands, I do assume that I'm going to have less personal service, but maybe they've just been on there forever. I don't know. But I do want to get that feedback up, and that's one thing that's helped me. And maybe you have something, maybe you like to doodle little pictures. You don't have to be an artist. Just a personal touch. They seem to like that. Seems to go over well. So maybe this gives you some ideas of something you can include that's personal, that will, prompt your buyers to leave you feedback. I wouldn't ever ask for feedback. I've heard nightmare stories, besides the fact that it violates eBay's policy. I've heard bad stories. Buyers have been unhappy, but they didn't leave feedback, and then when they were reminded, they left negative feedback. In the beginning, I didn't know that, and I did send a couple of messages to my buyers. But what I did is, if I had sold something, the first one I did was I had sold a size 16 Ralph Lauren very nice slacks to a lady, and she hadn't left me feedback. And when I was about to sell a Ralph Lauren dress shirt in size 16, I messaged her and I said, I hope that you're happy with the slacks. I thought they were really nice, and I hope that you were happy. And also, I have this other item that I thought you might be interested in. I'm about to list it, so make sure you check that out. And then she left me positive feedback. And the Ralph Lauren shirt did sell right away, but I forgot to check and see if it was her or someone else. But even that might be pushing it. If somebody wasn't totally happy, because, there's some people that are just not going to be happy, you don't want to push that feedback, but maybe just a personal touch. Just wanted to share that with you because the person that shared the idea of the wrapping paper and the cards really helped me out, so I'm hoping that you get some ideas from this. If you thought of something like that, leave a comment below and tell me what you did to increase the amount of people that are leaving feedback for you. If it's something that you went out of your way to do, if it's something that just dawned on you, or if this video gave you an idea of something you can do that's totally different, then leave a comment below so we can all learn from that. And if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel and watch for updates. Thanks.